Hi Libra, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 1st to the 7th of December. Let's begin. You're feeling more free this week, Libra, whatever you've been going through. This week, you're gonna be feeling a lot more freer. Like there's no restrictions, there's nothing holding you back in any kind of way other than yourself. You feel like things are moving effortlessly within your life, and it could be very small. You could be at a position where you're starting something new, or you're already doing something. It could be either, and it's mostly within your own life, within your own energy, your own being of like not really being bound, not feeling like there's restrictions, there's barriers, there's hurdles, there's things like things are moving, uh, like you're finding your feet here this week, and it comes through you taking action. So by you taking action, you're feeling more free. By you taking action towards bettering your life, and you've been on this path for a while, is what I feel like. I just see you flying free. You're flying free. I had flying free and finding feet, and yeah, you're starting to break away of the reality of your material world, whatever your story has been up until this point, in terms of your material world, like your whole life, like you've stepped into you're in your purpose at this time. I'm just seeing you like walk down, like skip down the yellow brick road, um, like happily, like almost in this full energy, but you're not at the beginning. You're already on this path, but you're feeling more free this week, and you're getting charged up by it. It's like you're recharging. It's like your battery is being recharged, and you're noticing it. And battery here is like your own energy, like your own, like looking at the glass half full rather than half empty, being more optimistic and less pessimistic. And I feel like very strongly, yeah, I'm seeing it like your pessimism is mostly from experiences that you've been through in life that have left you pessimistic when you came into a situation optimistic, and that's what's being recharged here this week, and it's helping you move forwards more smoothly. Right, let's jump into your reading. I just saw the full card as well. Look. But you're not beginning this journey. This is more like a spontaneous approach to life, that you're no longer planning way ahead into the future. You're no longer planning for things that are a possibility. I'm laughing because you can't really plan for a possibility, but you somehow manage to plan for possibilities, and you're no longer doing this. You're living life more spontaneously, with like you know I would say faith in your heart is what I'm hearing. Faith in your heart. You're really believing this week that things are improving, actually improving, and you're starting to believe much more that you are on the right path. I feel like you maybe been questioning things a little bit, and like questioning whether you are on the right path. You are, and you've already had the confirmations, but things haven't changed yet. Like your material world hasn't really, like, have been changes, but it's like the narrative is still the same. They are like, it's a different story, but the narrative is still the same. It's the same, like you're not fully permanently moved out of your situation, and this is changing, and this comes from you taking action and moving forwards. I would say not action, but moving forwards. that's the main focus. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you on that, like walking on that road. It's like you're moving forwards with life. You're not looking backwards and trying to do things that you've already done, or been through, experienced, or gotten to know, or whatever it was. Sorry, y'all. My throat is a bit blocked. Sometimes I forget there's a camera on. I'm just talking. I talk like this, like by myself as well, in my mind, I guess. Uh, um, I used to be very camera shy. Because I grew up in an area where if you got caught on the camera, someone took a picture of you, it was considered as like caught, slipping or lacking, or I don't know what the term is, but like, sloppy. It was sloppy. So for a long time I grew up with like, not using cameras and stuff like that. So this is actually the first time I've been using cameras. So maybe you're doing something for the first time and you're like, this is not what I thought it was. Somewhere within your life, you're doing something that you've never done before. And it's like a very different outcome, like a more enjoyable outcome than you actually expected. Like you had this belief and you've already removed the belief, but of that, if things were a certain way, and now you're at this point in time where you're actually moving. It's like it's like a sheep in a fence, in the fencing, or a cow or whatever. I'm not saying you're a sheep, but like just the animal. And so you put the fence around the animal. Let's say a horse, a horse area, a unicorn. There's a unicorn, and so if you put a fence around a unicorn, and for its whole life, the unicorn sees the fence, it's gonna say there's no, it won't even try to escape because there's a fence. But once you remove the fence after many, many years, the unicorn still doesn't want to do something that they've never done before, which is, moving past the fence. But it's something that is internal, that needs to be addressed. That, there is no actual barrier, but it's just something internally that is going on. And this is like you're this unicorn. Some sort of thing where you've never done before. You're doing it for the first time, maybe, or you're just doing it you've started doing it, and you're enjoying it more than you thought you would. So your current energy is you have been recuperating from fatigue, from anxiety, from life in general. You've been recovering a lot. You've been doing a lot of astral work. You've been doing a lot of astral work. I can see. You've been visiting spirits. Spirits have been visiting you. Nothing to be alarmed at. We all do it. And you've been having some very vivid dreams. Some that you remember. Some were fun. Some were upsetting. When your body travels, it travels to many different parts. You see many different things. And this is what you've been doing. You've been recuperating. The reason why you've been having up and down emotional dreams is simply because you were purging things within you. Like I said, the fence was removed, and these spirits were actually helping you. Some of them might have been scary, seeing some scary faces here, but they weren't scary. They were helping you to release energy that was pent up or built up from emotion. And this is happy emotion, negative emotion, things that don't belong in your being anymore. What I mean by happiness isn't happiness as in being happy, but like what you thought was happiness, that again is with that fence and the unicorn. The unicorn was like, I'm happy within the fence. This is all I've got. The fence is removed. Then the unicorn thinks that the unicorn's happy because it's within the fence, but it's got the whole field. It could travel and find somewhere better, but it doesn't know it can. So this is what has been going on. You've been releasing a lot of energy that is not yours, that you've been sending it back, you've been releasing it, you've been holding on to energy here that is not yours, and some karma as well from people. A lot of karma, I'm seeing a lot of karma from people has been really attached to you, has been really you've taken it on, you've taken on a lot of people's karma, and this is what you've been releasing, because your being is very different now. You've gone through a transformation. I mean, I have been following all the signs, but even me, like, we've all been going through huge transformations within our life, the universal energies. There's a lot going on right now. I don't know if you've seen my last 3 posts or 2 posts or whatever it was. There's a big shift happening right now. And I feel like everyone's either upgrading or degrading. You're either going up or you're going down. We're going through a literal evolution at this time, a literal evolution. Things are evolving, and you either go up or you go down. You either evolve up or you de-evolve. You evolve or devolve. But you've been resting, recuperating. It's very strange that your cycle coincides with the cycle of the universe, because Libra is always represented by scales, and scales is all about balance. And it's very interesting to me that as these changes are going on internally within Libra, you're going through a big shift as well of releasing of energies. This is what the universe is doing, releasing energies that are no longer in a match for the earth, or in our situation, but for the universe, it's bigger things happening. So you've been really recovering. I mean, this is something that is spiritual. This recovery is very spiritual. You might have not been sleeping, you might have been working a lot, you might have been very active as of late, but this rest is actually a spiritual rest that you've been doing while you sleep, for however long that is. And you've been building towards something. So if there's something you're working on at this time that you're building towards, this could be like you're trying to build a community, you're trying to build, collaborate with people to build something. This could be, something that you're working in, and you have a great ambition to do well in whatever industry this is. You're ambitious and you want to make it happen. This is a confirmation that whatever you are working on right now is going to lead to your future, is going to lead to a lot of success. It's like a massive key for you. Sometimes I see this pillar as a key, and this is a massive key for you, for your life, to help you progress actually to the next level. And you're going to be noticing it here this week anyway. But whatever this is, you've been building it from the ground up. It's not something that has been easy, but it's something that is solid, and it's gonna provide you with a solid safety net within your life, within your whatever it is you're working on, within your finances specifically. I feel like you're desiring a safety net so you can fall back onto. And I'm seeing like an energetic energy net, like it's all made of light, yellow light, and yellow is connected to the solar plexus chakra. So it's about your physical well-being that you are trying to look after at this time, that you're most concerned about. It's like where you're living, where you can sleep and stuff like that. That's what your main concern is at the moment. And this whatever it is that you've started working on and you're building towards at this moment of time, is gonna give you that net that you're hoping for. It's gonna be that safety net for you so that you can keep moving forwards and not have to like you're juggling at the moment. You're juggling your life at the moment, between what you want to do and what you have to do, and that's going to change very quickly as you keep putting in the work. Keep focusing on well-being. Keep focusing on your growth. Keep focusing on things to evolve, things to get better within your life, and they will. Keep focusing on what you're working on mostly. Do the things that are for you mostly, and do things for other people. Like even if it's a job, do the minimal. And then don't do overtime, extra time. Your overtime, extra time should be in whatever this thing is you're working on. This is where you should be doing extra time, overtime, because it's gonna give you that safety net. This is the only thing that at this time that will give you this sort of security that you're looking for. You are looking for the security, and this is where it's going to come from. It's going to come from you basically putting more of your energy into what you're actually doing within life right at this time, rather than in a job or overly socializing, overly doing things. The only thing you should be overly doing is working on what you're working on, and this is something that's very spiritually aligned with you as well as materially. It's something that makes you feel whole. It makes you feel like this is the right thing for you. And again, if you're doubtful or unsure, if you're working towards something and it's not for you, or you're thinking could be for me, could not be for me, just ask your heart a simple question. Just quiet your mind and ask your heart. Heart, is this a good option? And just let your heart give you an answer. Don't let your mind give you the answer. You ask your heart, is this a good option for me? If you feel heavy in your heart, it's just a feeling you need to feel. If you feel heavy in your heart, then it's probably a no. But if it feels light, it's a yes. And so you're in this energy. It's quite powerful energy, to be honest with you. It's like the beginning. It's like a energy after the new beginning. This is what this is. It's like literally after the new beginning. It's like the sort of rest that you're having. It's like, when you go on a long journey, the first thing you do after the journey is you eat, maybe have a shower and sleep. And this is what this energy is kind of representative of spiritually, but materially you're working on something. And this is leading to an ending here. So before this week begins, you're going through a massive ending. I say massive, it doesn't feel massive because you're already there. You're already feeling this energy. You've been feeling this energy. I'm hearing since the last full moon, or the full moon in Taurus. That was I think that was in October, I think. But the full moon in Taurus, you've been feeling this energy. It almost feels painful. It's like a painful energy, but it's growing pains. It's growing pains. I'm seeing a phoenix. You've been like it's a growing pain. You've been reborn, and this ending here is an ending of your material, literally. Your material here at the Empress, she wears this crown which has 12 stars, which represent the 12 months in the year, which represents the physical nature of things, basically. And the Empress is all about being nurtured and being prosperous as a result. And this is the energy you're going to be going through here. She also has these roses on her dress. And this is also significant here for you of this sort of rebirth that you're going through, that you've been through, you're receiving now what you've always wanted, and it's because you were blocking yourself unintentionally, like you were blocking yourself. It's like the fence was removed a long time ago. But you were not able to go far out into the open land because you would see a fence and then you thought you were blocked again. So it's like there was a fence there, and then if you went further down, if you removed that little fence that was there and you went wherever in the fields, there was another fence and you thought you were trapped again, and you were like, I'm not going to even bother like moving around, I'm just going to stay here. That's kind of what was happening. You didn't try to go and say, well, there's a fence here, let me go that way. You weren't doing that. You were just staying with the fence because you're like, I've been here before. This is a fence. I know what a fence is. I'm trapped. This is basically what you were doing. And so this is the ending here you're having here before the week begins, or ending in your material, where you haven't been receiving what you wanted from life, what you desired from life. This is what this ending is. You are moving into much more abundant, plentiful time, where finances are going to flow to you. Money is going to flow to you here this week, and this is the beginning of all of this, to be honest. In your material, spiritually, this has already happened. You've been blessed in the spiritual. You've been receiving gifts in the spiritual realm, as you've been recuperating for after this, since this new beginning. I'm hearing the new beginning is like 2 months. I guess since that Taurus full moon, like you've been going through this energy of a new beginning. It's a very stretched out new beginning that you've been going through. But like this ending is within your material, your finances specifically. Your finances here are improving in a very big way. But this is the start of it. Like you have seen some changes in your finances, but not the narration hasn't changed. The story is different, but like the narration is still the same. I suppose the story, I don't know if the narration is part of the story. I think the story is the same, but the narration is different. I think that's the one I'm trying to look for, I guess. Yeah, so the story is the same, but the narration within the story, let's specify, is different. So and this is why you're going through this energy now, because you're ready for it. You're able to go through with the process and progress and make progress. You no longer have a fear of the unknown. You no longer have a fear of doing something differently. And so this ending here is now you now fully being able to receive what has always been destined for you within your life path. Like you've been going through heavy energies, and now you're like free of them, and you're receiving what you're meant to be receiving and what you're meant to be going through. This is what's happening at this time. Your theme for the week is the Two of Cups. So this week you're going to be coming into a lot of harmony, unity, balance within yourself. You'll be meeting people that are on the same page as you, people that are soulmates, people that understand you and you understand them, without much conversation. You're able to really pick up on people's energies and see them for what they are. And comes from a place of unity within yourself, of like your mind, your heart, your body, whatever, coming into union with each other and be yourself being at one. Being in balance, being in harmony, is allowing you to really meet these new people and really filter people. I would like to say filter people that are not being genuine and people that are being genuine. But you'll be meeting some interesting people here this week that will help you grow and you will help them grow, even if it's just a chance meeting, like you've just met them for a few hours or whatever. You will have a significant impact on them and they will have some sort of significant impact on you, because again, this is a new beginning. I highly recommend you should watch those 2-3 videos that I did posted. But yeah, it's like it's a new beginning that is happening. It's a very powerful one, to be honest. It's a very powerful one, and so you're going through this energy for the whole week, and you feel very harmonious and unified within yourself because you're now more in being true to your life's path where your soul is calling you. You're being true to that calling, and so you're leveling up because of that. So between Monday and Wednesday, you're going through this energy of the Temperance. So the Temperance, you are stepping into your purpose here. You've been illuminated as to which way is the way forward. You have the clarification of the moon here, so it's like the way forward for you is very illuminated at this time, and it's interesting as well because the moon is also about the intuition. So your intuition is very much becoming very active, very online, leading you into the right direction, leading you where you need to go next. You have a great understanding here. You can't see it obviously because it's black and white, but it's like it's a yellow road. I'm seeing it as a yellow brick road. And it's interesting as because it's like the temperance when you have it like that, it's like this is like the spiritual realm and this is you in the physical realm, sort of like juggling things, not within your material world, within your finances and stuff, like alchemizing your own energy to make things work for you. Like you've understood some sort of alchemy of how to alchemize your own energy to transmute negative emotion to positive ones, to transmute yourself so you can continue to have a good life and not have so much of a uncertain life, like you're not attracting energies, I guess. That's what it means by uncertain, attracting energies that you don't want. So you're like transmuting, you're really paying attention to your own being, of like what you allow in your life, people, places, what you consume, even what you do on a daily for entertainment. Like that is all shifted here. And you're really noticing and paying attention to what you're doing, even when you're relaxing. Like you're not you're choosing the best form of relaxation as opposed to something that seems relaxing but it's not, for example. So, and that's what I mean by you being mindful of what you're doing. You are really paying attention to things so that you can stay balanced, you can stay in this harmony, like you feel very harmonious and you're trying to stay in harmony within your physical and your spiritual. Like you're trying to move forward in a way where you're whole. Like you've never been able to do this. I'm seeing you like trying to squeeze through a door, and you've never been able to do it. Like that, this is a door in darkness, and it's the door is also dark, so you can't see it. But like you're in the darkness trying to squeeze past something, but it's like parts of you. You're not whole. I'm seeing like you like sort of like in parts. Like the best way I can describe it is like from in one piece. I'm not even seeing it like that actually, but it's like different parts of you that are different colored. I'm seeing like an orange, blue, bluish, purplish, reddish up here, orange, and it's down here I'm seeing like just a maroon kind of red. And it's like three like different parts that are like blobs almost, and it's like each are different sizes, kind of different shapes. Yeah, they are different shapes, and it's and it's like they've been there, like you've not been whole, like you've been trying to get through this door, and it's like one side of you is going there, this side's going there, and you got another third side. And I suppose that one is probably your spiritual side, which is that purple and red one that I was seeing, blue, purple, red, and the orange one is more or less like the physical, like the society, like like what you expect, what you think you expect, how life is going to work out for you, like all those things, and that's what that side is of like that mind. I suppose it's like a society mind. It's not your actual mind, it's like your society. And then you have the other one, which I guess is your lower nature, the third one, the maroon red one. And it's like you've been kind of like trying to go forwards, and it's like trying to go through this door and you can't fit into the door because all the parts are like repelling each other, and they're like not repelling, but they're just moving out. They're very moved out, like they all want their space within you, and you've not been able to do it. And now it's like you've become the one, and you're being very conscious that you bring all these things together, keep them together so you can keep moving forward and you don't get stuck, which is a big thing because you've been stuck. And the way is illuminated for you, the way forward is illuminated for you. You're moving forwards towards your purpose is what you're moving towards. You're no longer buying into illusions within your life. This is why being mindful is very important at this time for you, and you know this already. There's a lot of illusions that are trying to crop up and trying to sabotage you. It could be anything: people, places, jobs, whatever it is for you, relationships, it could be anything. But there's people trying to put you into illusions, simply because, uh, you know, to hinder you, I guess. I mean, to them it benefits them, but for you it's like a hindrance, and you don't want to be stuck anymore. You don't want to be in some sort of illusion, living a way that is not true to you, how you feel within your heart, true to how you want to experience life. So you're being very mindful about your own energy, moderating your own energy, making sure that you're within balance, and moving towards your purpose. And you feel very much at peace by doing so. It's like you really have gotten to learn yourself. You have gotten to really understand yourself. And this is fantastic energy, and this is a confirmation that you're on the right path, and you're doing this between Monday and Wednesday. So that whatever you're doing on between Monday and Wednesday, this is something you're already working on. You're stepping more and more towards your purpose, and things are gonna really flourish for you, to be honest. Between Wednesday and Friday, you're going through this energy of the Queen of Swords with not Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. That's interesting because it's Queen of Swords. So maybe you're going through a moment of Queen of Swords, of like honesty, truth, empathy, for yourself about your path, and really realizing what you've been through. The pains that you've been through have made you very strong-minded person. They've made you a strong-willed person, and not to just put it out there and be like, oh well, it made you strong, you went through all the pain, but you're seeing it from a different light. You're realizing it was actually a growing pain, not a demeaning pain, like something that was taken from you. You have grown much more than you could have ever imagined from just what you've been through. And this new beginning has been really highlighting, this is why it's been so long, this new beginning you've been going through since. I keep seeing that moon, that Taurus full moon. I was out. I'm always out in nature when there's a full moon. Probably you should start doing this too. When there's a full moon, just head outside for however long. It's good for your energy. But I keep seeing it, so it's very significant here, and I keep seeing it whenever I say new beginning. It's very significant for you because it was a very powerful energy, very, very powerful, illuminating energy, that Taurus full moon. And this is where this new beginning has been started from. It's because, and it's not just a happen random chance. It's from you doing the inner work, this personal development, this spiritual development, not spiritual, but I'd say your soul's development. And this is what you've been going through, and now you're at this point where you've realized, that you're being truthful to yourself and honest about what you've been through, feeling very empathetic towards yourself about, how well you have done to get to this point. Because you have, and we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Pentacles is about you being really like nurtured and being prosperous. Also with this Empress energy, it's also very similar, very connecting to your own nature, your own nature's abundance, and being nurtured here. And this is what you're going through. You're nurturing this thing, whatever you're working on, you're nurturing it, and you're being nurtured at the same time. It's like the more you give out good energy, the more good energy you get back. And we have to clarifying this as the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands here, clarifying this means basically that you're seeing a lot of progress. You're seeing a lot of progress, and you're having a lot more self-belief here. You might be you're earning more money here, between Wednesday and Friday, from what you're earning money from whatever this is that you're working on between Wednesday and Friday, or just in general you're earning more money, but it's something in regards to finances that's increasing here between Wednesday and Friday. And you're manifesting this, you've been manifesting this, and money is coming in, money has been coming in, and you're going to see more of it. The more you continue to nurture, the more you will become prosperous, and you're really nurturing yourself. I would say mostly it's yourself, and whatever you're working on, you're very much so nurturing it at this time. You're seeing an expansion within your finances here. and that is going to allow you to keep on moving forwards within your life path, within your soul's calling, what is, making you um, happy. And it's interesting. It says establish strength here, and this is very interesting that it comes up with the Queen of Pentacles, because established strength here means that this again is this foundation. The foundation is set, solid foundation. It's established strength. This is foundation is an established strength, right? And this is that foundation that's that safety net for you, like I was saying, that's going to allow for you to be free financially. I wouldn't say completely free. You're getting there, but it's allowing you to be stable within your material world and not have to worry about things while you're working on your life's purpose. Because you've been wondering, like, I'm working on my purpose, why haven't things changed within my material like I would like them to change? Like, you're having to make some sort of compromises. You have been having to make some compromises, but whatever you've been working on has been making you feel really good. It's been making you feel whole. So it's definitely this thing, and you definitely are sure of it. And you're like, why isn't it changed? But so this is changing here now. You're going through this energy between Monday and Friday, to be honest with you, of like really following your life's purpose and then seeing the foundation. It's like you're stepping outside and seeing those bricks of a foundation like that you've laid down for a massive building, like a castle. I'm seeing like a foundation, massive foundation, rectangle foundation is what I'm seeing. You're not building a tower, you're building a castle. The tower is, I would consider, like when the brick is laid for the tower. So the way I see it is like a tower could represent 4 points. And a tower, so when you lay the foundation, if you laid one of the stones there, you could build a tower up there. So hypothetically, if you had a rectangular shape, for example, which is for a castle, you would have 4 points, which could be 4 towers. So sometimes when we build things that are not from a place of our truth, of our connected to deeply within us, of really making us feel whole, not for the money, not for the fame, not for the whatever it is, but something that actually makes you feel good, makes you feel happy that you're doing it. And so that's the castle. That's what our soul came here to do, to explore something, do something, to make this castle for ourselves so that our souls can grow and evolve. However, we get confused, and when you become disillusioned, you fall into illusion, and you don't recognize that you're building a tower instead of a castle. So that's what I mean. You could hypothetically build 4 towers. Maybe you've had 4 towers, big towers in your life, where you thought you were building a castle, but you didn't realize you built 4 towers instead, because you didn't understand how big a castle could be. You couldn't understand, like, they could stretch out as far as, like, you weren't able to see what you were building. It's like I'm seeing you laying bricks, but not being able to see where the bricks are going. It's like you're in the darkness. There's a darkness in front of your face, but you're putting your hands out and laying bricks, and it's only your hands that are putting the bricks. And it's like your hands are going in a portal, and you're in the darkness, and you're like, you can't see anything, but I'm just seeing like bricks being put up. But you thought you were building a castle, but you were building, for towers. Which is very interesting. I think a lot of people do this. Even I've done this. I've been a victim of this, to be honest with you. I laugh at everything. You should always laugh at yourself, as well as life. Like, we're here to have a spiritual experience. We're in physical bodies to have a spiritual experience. There's no need to be, professional. Professional is a weird word. I don't like the word professional. Professional is subjugated. Then I say, you got to dress professional, or you got to speak professional, or you got to behave professional. But what is professional? It's subjugated. You got to act subjugated. You got to dress subjugated. You got to do things subjugatedly. I don't get it. Anyway, between Friday and Sunday, you're going through this energy of the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, you're going to be seeing a lot of feathers here between Friday and Sunday. No, you are very spiritually protected at this time. I feel like you're starting on an endeavor here, some kind of endeavor you're beginning. And this endeavor is something that is maybe involves other people, like getting together with people, working with people, like finding friends, or like making a community or a group or something like that. Like you're beginning this endeavor to create a community. Like I was saying with the Three of Pentacles, like you're trying to create a community of people. You have all these bright ideas. You're very optimistic. You know, you're putting in the energy. You're putting in the energy. And you're like, it's possible. You know, you feel very enthusiastic. You feel like a youngster. Like anything is possible. You know, you want to. It's like you're going off on the deep end and trying to make something happen, or trying to build a community where there is none. There is no scope. So here on the Page of Wands, he's actually the prince. And the prince, he dresses up in these clothes, he gets off his horse, he pretends he's a commoner, and he goes to the wand maker to learn how to make wands. And he teaches him. And he doesn't realize it for the whole time that he's a prince until he learns from the wand maker. And then he wears his armor and he gets on his horse. But here, you know, he's somebody common. He looks common, and this is similar to you. It's like you are just doing something where you look like you're common, but you're doing, you know, you have this more regal approach. Yeah, you have a regal approach to what you're doing. This community that you're building, no one else can do it like you. And you know this, and you're doing this like, you know, you're behaving like a common person. Maybe you are laughing at yourself as you're doing this. Yeah, you are. You're laughing at yourself like, oh, I'm doing this. This is quite fun. And you're building this community here. This community is, you're celebrating something here with this community of people. You're feeling very abundant here, very, very abundant as you're going through this energy between Friday and Sunday. And this is in relation to whatever you're working on. This could be something unrelated. But you have a lot of bright ideas, and this is a confirmation that you should apply them. You're trying to create a community or meet new people, friends, make new friends, comrades. Whatever it is, you will be meeting some people here. Again, it just ties into your theme. Like I was saying, you're going to be meeting people here. Yeah, these people are your soulmates, and you're going to help each other, like I was saying. You're going to feel very abundant. You're going to feel very optimistic. A confirmation specifically for you about the feathers is you're going to see feathers when you meet these people. So you could be indoors or outdoors, wherever it is. You might see a picture of a feather. You might see, like somewhere or somehow, you might even see the words feather. No, you won't see the words feather. You will see a feather. You will see a literal feather. It doesn't have to be a bird. It could be a bird's feather. It could be just like on someone's clothing or a poster or something. Like it could be anything, but you will see a feather when you meet these people, and that's your confirmation. Because you might doubt yourself, I don't know. Let me quickly see if, like, you know, let me see if you know, this person is okay or not okay, or like, you know, you're gonna trust them, but you're gonna be like, I don't know. You know, like it's like the unicorn on the fence again. It's like, you know, I know I've already been trapped in the fence. I know what a fence is, but you're like, when you go to the bigger fence, but you could have all this other space to move around in. But you're like, you come to the fence and you're like, well, I'm here. I'm at the fence. I know what a fence is. And it's the same with people. You're like, well, I know people. I know what people are. But you're going to be surprised, of course. But just to help you ease, there's a lot of spirits that want you to be successful. They want you to be successful within your life. They want you to be happy. There's a lot of spirits that care for you. I'm seeing a lot of spirits here that care for you. And gods and goddesses involved. There's a lot of spirits here that want you to do well, and so they're giving you confirmations when something is when you're on the right track, so you don't get off into a negative thinking pattern, because it's easy for you to do. So you're going through this energy here, and you're going to go through a healing, a massive healing. There might be 2 or 3 people that you will be meeting here between Friday and Sunday. So yeah, let me pull you out. Yeah, feeling very luxurious, feeling enjoying pleasure, and feeling independent. Like there's the great thing about these people that you're meeting, there's going to be no dependency. They're not going to make you feel like they're dependent or you need to be dependent on them. It's like-mindedness, and again, abundance, a lot of abundance. Yeah, here 9 of Pentacles. She's worked hard to get to this point. Well, she doesn't really work hard, but she gets to this point and she has everything that she desires basically at this point in time. And this is the energy you're going through. Whatever you desire at this point in time is what you're receiving this week in general, but particularly between Friday and Sunday, you will be feeling this energy heavily, that you are living the way you want to live, in whatever that means for you. But you're going to be enjoying pleasure. You're going to be enjoying companionship, friendship, comrades, whoever you're working with. You're going to be celebrating it and enjoying luxury, enjoying pleasure. So let's pull you out some let's see, harmony, divine love for yourself, for your life path, where you're going, what's happening within your life, being a believer in having a fairy tale ending within your life, of like the old is no longer there, like your old story is no longer there, you're now in a new story. I'm laughing. I just looked at the camera. I was doing Illuminati. Anyway, so yeah, you're going through that energy, coming into harmony, and yeah, feeling a divine love for your life path and where you're going. You're feeling blissed out, like you don't have to worry about what's happening. You understand more now than you ever have that the more true you are to yourself, the more easier life is. And that means that, if you saw somebody doing something and you tried to emulate it didn't make you happy. You made them happy, but it didn't make you happy because you weren't acting from your own interest. You were acting from somebody else's interest in something and what made them successful. For example, a celebrity, you maybe might have seen a celebrity and you're like, oh, I want to live like that, but it's not your reality. It's not who you wanted to be. And it made life very difficult for you because you would do things, maybe jobs or learn or education or whatever it is. You would do things that were not in alignment with you. That's a confirmation. I don't know if you heard it, but you would do things that are not in alignment for you. And so because of that, it made life hard for you. It made it impossible almost for you to receive what the universe was trying to give you because you were closed off to your own path. You were trying to walk someone else's path. And the more true you are to yourself, the more easy it is for you to enjoy your karma, live a happy life, live a fulfilled life. You have good karma that wants to come in for you, but it's not been able to come in for you because you've not been open to receiving that karma. You've not been open to receiving that karma again because you've seen a certain someone living a certain way, and that certain somebody lived a certain way, and you wanted to do the same thing, and it just wasn't in alignment with you. It wasn't what you really wanted, and so things were hard for you to achieve. Things were difficult for you to do and be happy with. This is the first time in a long time that you feel happy with whatever you're doing. First time in a very long time. And you understand now here that the more you are true to yourself, the more true you are to yourself, the more easier life is. And I'm getting a message here about something about barking at the moon. I know that's a Ozzy Osbourne album, Bark at the Moon. maybe you feel like a wolf barking at the moon. uh, I'm seeing it's interesting because I'm seeing it here, bark at the two wolves kind of in this sort of dance under the moonlight. And this is kind of what you've been doing within your life. You've been at this time, maybe you were doing this at the Taurus full moon, dancing under the moonlight, and like not taking life as seriously as you have been in the past. Not overly planning, not overly doing things, like taking your time, enjoying life for it's what it is, which is life. You've been enjoying life for what it is. But yeah, you are officially seeing some results here this week, which is fantastic. I feel like you've needed this confirmation, but you have had confirmations, but you're seeing a difference. So let's put you out some challenges for the week. Challenges are things that are trying to stop you from moving forwards, trying to pull you down and to keep you in your current reality. And these are things that could show up physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, one way or another. They always show up. But the important thing to do here is not to give them energy, whether it's a thought process or a person or a job or whatever it is. Once wherever this energy shows up, do not give it energy. This is how you eliminate things that are not for you. You don't give them energy. You don't feed. If someone's trying to hurt you, you don't start talking to them. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you shut them off. You don't give them energy. So your first one here is Six of Pentacles. So you feel like you haven't been receiving for your hard work. You feel like you haven't been receiving for your hard work, and you're just going through a bout of giving, being productive, giving, and just learning about your inner strength, hearing that you need to be calm towards your life. Like, you feel very chaotic, like you should do some stuff that may be illegal. Don't do stuff that are illegal. There's better ways to live, much better ways to live than to do illegal things. And also it builds up bad karma, which you will have to pay for in some way or another. And there's no way to escape karma. Karma, people think you can cut the cord between you and your karma. You can't. It's too strong. It's too strong. You can't do it in your physical body. It's impossible to do. Your whole soul doesn't come inside your body. Your whole soul, most of it stays in the astral. Most of it stays in the astral realm. Not all of it can come down into physical body. So you're trying to tell me that all that energy and that is reduced to what it is in your body. It's because your soul wants to evolve in a certain way. So this is why we come here to go through a spiritual experience. And those bonds, that bond between you and your karma is very, very, very strong. It's very strong because it's not attached to your physical body. It's attached to your astral body. And your astral body, not your astral body inside of your physical body, but your astral body that is in the astral realm. So it's a very strong connection, and you can't cut it. So yeah, be mindful about that. And also, what you're going through right now, you've been watching a lot of readers, and a lot of readers are saying things are changing. You just need to be calm, but you feel frustrated. You feel frustrated with things, the way things are. You're losing your patience here, and it's almost like your insides are turning from like being strong and calm to like fearful and anxious about what's going on within your life. Like, just be mindful about that, and you are already being mindful about this, as you're moderating your energy. But just be mindful about this, that you're not receiving and you're just giving. You've been set up here to receive exactly what you want, but you had to really change your mindset, change a lot of things within you, your own energy, and you've been doing it. So congratulations, you have been making all the effort. This is now the point where the work is done and you're seeing results. Don't let your mind start to play tricks on you. There's this song I listen to that you should probably listen to. It's a song by Scarface. And there's a Ghetto Boys version as well, but I like the Scarface one. And it's Mind Playing Tricks on Me. You should listen to this song here. It's very relevant for you. And it's basically your mind's trying to play a trick on you that you're not receiving for all your hard work, and you've been practical, you've been honest about things, within your life, within your what's right for you, what's wrong for you. You're on the right path. It's just this thing is energy is just trying to keep you down. It's not personal. It's not a thing. It's just the energy. Just it's like the energy of the agent, basically, that is trying to filter you to see who you really are, what your worth is. Are you really worth it, or are you not worth it? Are you who you say you are, or are you just pretending? And this is what's that energy, basically. Have the strength, have the courage to keep moving forwards. And you're not just learning, how to be strong inside, but you're actually learning that when problems arise in front of you, you need to be calm within and strong within. And this is how situations in your life will change from making you fearful and anxious to making you feel calm and strong. This is the message here in the strength card. The lion tries to eat the fool, and basically this woman appears out of nowhere, and the fool prays. He's got no option other than to pray, and so he can't outrun the lion. He doesn't have anything to attack the lion with. He can't do anything, so he prays, and this woman, this flower maiden, she steps out behind the lion. She puts her hands on the lion's head, and she calms the lion. And she shushes the fool, because the fool's like, oh, well, he opens his mouth straight away. Like, how did you subdue? Like, he wants to know how she subdued the lion. And she shushes him because he's asking that question. And she tells him that because she is calm and strong, the lion becomes calm and strong. It's not about subduing your things in your life so that they become yours. It's about being calm and strong so that situations in your life that appear make you feel calm and strong. What you are on the inside is what you attract. If you feel fearful and anxious, you feel worried and scared and negative inside, the universe will give you situations where you can feel more of that. So this is what she's teaching the fool, basically, that no matter what comes before you, you need to be calm and strong. You have inner strength. There's more ways than one to have strength. Definitely more ways than one to have strength, physical strength. And inner strength is one of them. And the reason she teaches the fool this lesson is because had he had known, this lesson, when the lion appeared, it wouldn't have tried to eat him. He would have been able to cross and walk by. But this in this card, the setting is hot. The sun is bearing down on him. He's tired. He's climbed up a cliff. It's like the worst possible situation, and the lion appears. It's like just when you want to relax, all of a sudden something happens. And this is kind of what's going on in your life as well, where you've been traveling, you've been doing a lot of work, and it's like there's some situations that could be appearing in front of you, but rather than being fearful and anxious, be calm and strong, and you'll see a much different result. These things won't attack you. You won't be at the mercy of something. You will more rather be whatever you are inside. So if you're loving inside, the universe is going to give you more situations to feel loved. So it's just, that's how it works. So we have a lot of negativity in the world because a lot of people are negative. I suppose it's uncommon sense. Anyway, let's pull out an outcome to see, given all of this energy, what's going to happen here for you. It's a cool week for you here, Libra, where your physical reality is becoming what you want. Your material has already changed, your material has already gotten better, but your physical reality is now becoming what you want. What you've been envisioning for a few months now. I'm hearing since September. And again, you're finding your feet, you're feeling more free. Like you're like, I'm seeing you like just kind of flying and feeling the wind. like not feeling, like when you feel the wind and you're like, there's no restriction. I don't know how to explain that. It's like you don't have a cast, I suppose, like a seatbelt on, like you don't have something pulling you back, and you feel free. It's like free to do, and you're moving forwards, but you're feeling free as you're moving forwards. Like there's nothing, there's no barriers, no restrictions, which is really good. So your outcome is you are becoming very confident that your dreams are all coming true. You're becoming very confident. You're going to be making more discoveries here during the week about yourself, about your own power, spiritual power, magical power. Yes, I said it. You are on a quest to evolve more spiritually. You are on a quest to learn much more about your own spiritual and physical and mental well-being, and it's going to really help you move forwards in life, to be honest with you. But here, your outcome here for the week is you're becoming more confident, making decisions from confidence, and knowing that your dreams are coming true, feeling very content, very fulfilled with your life, feeling very abundant, and things are going to continue to move very quickly for you. You're being swept along here. Again, the wind is very significant. I mean, obviously, you're a wind sign. Duh. But you're being swept along here. Interestingly enough, over the barrier. So sometimes I see water as a barrier, and here it's like there's a land, and just before the land there is water. And if you can see that on the far distance, there's a castle, and you're coming. These wands are like lifting you up and moving you over the water, over the barrier, because the water does separate the land, so you can't traverse it unless you have a boat. You're overcoming a barrier here, and you're being swept along. You're moving fast, very quick. There's a lot of movement this week within your energy, within your physical, external world. Things around you are moving fast, very quickly in your favor, simply because you're in alignment to who you are and who you're meant to be and what you're meant to be doing. You're no longer giving energy to things that are not you. Things that other people are doing. You don't care about what other people are doing. I'm going to stop saying that there's particular readings for you, simply because some things may resonate with some people, I guess, and some won't. But I feel like this is a very collective message for people that have successfully leveled up, that have successfully evolved. So I'm not going to put specifics. I'm going to try to be less specific, I suppose, because I'm not doing personal readings. But you're being swept along here in your favor, being swept along with things happening for you very quickly, so that you can continue to be feeling fulfilled, content, and abundant. You're really recognizing here by the end of this week that things are going exactly the way you want them to, and they're making you feel very good inside. So yeah, fantastic reading. I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my website is down in the description. I'm offering a new service, so I'm going to start doing some spiritual services. So the first one I'm doing at the moment is to see if you have some sort of attack happening to you, spiritual attack, entity, demon, ghost, poltergeist. I'm able to see a lot of stuff spiritually. So this is a service to determine whether or not you're under spiritual attack from somebody, and I can probably give you an indication of where it's coming from. Yeah, I can. Sometimes there's some barriers. People like to put barriers when they do stuff, so that they can't be found in the spiritual. But I can find you. I feel like Blueface. I'm gonna find you. All right, that's enough. I'm gonna leave the reading here. The number 8 is very significant for you, by the way. 8 is about abundance. This is the energy you're going through this week, abundance. And yeah, so yeah, see you soon.